I hate the things.
Goodbye.
May your kills be quick and many. You look tough. Want to join the Fighters Guild? Goodbye.
Is there a problem?
Have you heard about that knight that's questing for the Crusaders' relics? What's his name? Sir Roderick, right?
No worries. Whatever happened at Kvatch won't happen here.
Bye. Yes, I'm Otius Loren, primate of Stendarr. You stand before God's servant in the House of the Nine. Be humble and show respect. I hope the guard can hold off the Daedra, but you think about what happened to Kvatch and you can't help but worry. The gauntlets, eh? They're a Relder's responsibility. Speak to him about them.
Reynold Germain has terrible memory. We've met many times, but when I saw him in Cheydinhal, he walked right past me like we were strangers. Yes, it's quite odd. Reynold, who I've bumped into several times in Chorrol, acted like I was a complete stranger. Also, he seemed sober, which is a refreshing change. Usually Reynold is stumbling around Chorrol drunk as can be. Very odd, but then it's really none of my business. Be seeing you.
Hi! What brings you here, my son? Ah, yes. The gauntlets have been here for ages. I know only the basic story behind them. They're more of a novelty these days. My only real involvement with them these days is keeping the youngsters from hurting themselves trying to pick the gauntlets up. What is your interest in them, if I may ask? Yes, well, I don't know the whole thing. A great many years ago, a knight of the Old Order did something terrible, and the gauntlets just fell off. They dropped to the floor right where he stood, and no one could lift them. It was a sign of the curse placed upon this knight by Stendarr, I think. That curse still lingers on today, in fact. Poor Kellen. Oh, why, he's a descendant of that very knight from so long ago. The curse has affected his family all these years. He suffers from it now. He came here from Hammerfell seeking a cure, but, well, there's really nothing that can be done for him, I think. He may know more of the story than I. Perhaps you should speak with him if he's feeling well enough. The gauntlets have been here far longer than any of us. I don't expect that to ever change. They'll almost certainly be here long after we're all gone. Certainly after Kellen's family has died out. He's down in the chapel hall, resting. You may speak to him if you like. It's a horrible thing, truly. One cannot help but pity those such as Kellen, who have such a burden placed on them through no fault of their own. But if it is the will of the Nine, then there is little that can be done. The Church has taken no official position on his teaching yet, but from the reports I've heard, he may be truly inspired by the divines. Been to Fire and Steel recently? Rashida has some nice new swords in there. And she's a friendly one, she is. You too.
Good morning.
What is it? What is it? Is there a cure? Has Arelder found a cure? I know there's something he's not telling me. You've seen them, I assume. The only evidence of what happened so many years ago. Do you know that I thought perhaps I could lift them? That somehow this curse would be lifted if I could pick them up? I tried for hours, until my whole body ached, and I could barely move. I lay there on the floor next to them, weeping. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I've been at the end of my rope for far too long to be ashamed of anything. I don't know why they're still here. They're so heavy. I'm so weak. What does Stendarr want from me? Ah, so you've heard it, have you? Terrible curse. Been in the family almost longer than anyone can remember. When I was younger, I could live with it. Wasn't so bad. And it's only gotten worse over time. I'd come here, to the place it all happened, in the hopes that something could be done. I fear I haven't much time left otherwise. Arelder has let me stay, mostly out of pity, I think. But there's something else. I swear he knows more than he tells. The church is still in turmoil from the attack on the chapel of Dibella. I don't think anyone has had time to really study this prophet's teachings. My best advice would be to go, listen carefully, and decide for yourself. I heard that the Countess is quite upset lately. Apparently someone stole something very personal to her. Take care.
Good tidings, citizen.
It's my pleasure. Please continue. The gauntlets have been here far long. You too. I've seen plenty of pity in people's eyes over the years. I grew up recognizing it. But with Arelder, there's something else there. And when he speaks to me, there are times I'd swear he sounds apologetic. Guilty, even. Why would that be? What reason does he have to hold back information? I know I'm a doomed man one way or the other. Speak to him if you can. Convince him to tell me what he knows as a dying man's last wish. Be seeing you.
How do you do?
A pleasure to speak with you. I cannot face him. I know what might be done for him, but I haven't the will to do it. I wish I could help him. Truly I do. But I cannot muster the strength to damn myself on his behalf. The curse. I know what would lift it, but I cannot do it. The only way to free Kellen of his curse is to take it on myself. I am not strong enough to do this, and so I am a failure. I fail Kellen every time I speak to him, and I fail Stendarr every time I pray to him and do not ask for the power to lift the curse. Do you know one who would do such a thing? One who would pray at this chapel's altar, pray to Stendarr for the power to lift this curse? I've told you, the only way to lift the curse from Kellen is to pray to Stendarr for the power to free him. But that means taking the curse on yourself. You'll be marked for life, as will all your children and your children's children. Bye.
I hope I can help. I don't know why they're still here. They're so heavy, and I'm so weak. What does Stendarr want from me? Farewell. It's my pleasure. Please continue. For you? Of course. The church is still in turmoil from the attack on the chapel of Dibella. I don't think anyone has had time to really study this prophet's teachings. My best advice would be to go, listen carefully, and decide for yourself. Bye. How did you? I feel good. I feel good. I don't feel like death. I feel like running. I can't believe it. I feel normal. Thank you so much. You have no idea what this means to me. I finally have a chance to get out and see the world. I'm not wasting another second of my life, and I'm forever indebted to you, friend. Farewell.
Well met.